My name's Amy Trigger and welcome to the first video of my channel, yay! So I've decided to start making some videos documenting my pregnancy with twins. Wonder if I can show the bump. Here's the bump. Da, 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 da. So this is my 25-week twin bump. Looking pretty huge. I have read that at 25 weeks with twins you're the same size as 35 weeks with a single baby, so feeling quite large. These jeans I got from ASOS, but they're Mamalicious. They're a bit crumpled up where I've been sat down. I would like it if they're a bit skinnier, but they're quite comfy, so that's what matters at the moment. This top is a maternity top from New Look. I really like this one, just really simple, just really comfy. And this is just a plain cardigan from New Look as well. But there we go. Look at that. Hey babies. First found out we were having twins at the 12-week scan. It was a bit of a surprise. I had a little cry from happiness though. So I'm married, got married when I was 23 to my husband James. We always said that we wanted 2 children, and we always said that we wanted them as close together as possible, even though I was a bit like, oh, you know, giving birth and then doing it straight away. So I thought, yeah, we'll try. So to find out that we were having twins, actually, we kind of couldn't believe our luck. You know, I know some people would be anxious about having twins or nervous or not really want twins necessarily, but we were just absolutely over the moon, couldn't be happier. So we found out at the 20-week scan, I think it was. Is it 20 weeks? Yeah, I think it's 20 week. That it's 2 girls that we're having, which we were really pleased about. I was quite surprised about people's reactions about twins. You get almost a bit of negativity, you know, everyone's just kind of like, oh, that's going to be really hard work, or it's like, babies are going to be hard work anyway, you know, let's just do 2 in one go, it'll be fine. I'm feeling quite relaxed about the whole thing at the moment. I do have moments of panic, and it tends to be through my own fault because I can't help reading stuff online. There's horror stories and things. But yeah, so far so good. So my twins are, is it fraternal? Is that the phrase? I'm not sure. They keep saying it to me, but I keep just not remembering, pregnancy brain and all that. Basically they're non-identical. They're separated in my womb. You can see like a little wall between them, which is quite funny. After the 12-week scan, we told my parents that we were going to have twins. And my mum said, oh, your great nanny was a twin. And I was like, oh, I had no idea about that. So that's obviously, there's me, then my mum, then my grandma, then my great grandma, and she was the twin. So it was 5 generations ago that there were twins in my family. So no wonder I didn't know really. So it was because of my genetics that we had twins, not because of IVF or anything like that. Apparently that can cause twins, or I think if you're over 35 or something like that, your risk of twins, not risk, that sounds really bad, your chance of twins increases as well, but mine is because of my genetics, so thanks mum. When we first found out about the twins, I think happiness was the emotion that kind of ruled really. I know there's a lot of things to worry about, like, you know, if you've planned for one, if you've only got the space for one, if you've only got the finances for one, but you kind of can't really worry about that. You know, there's 2 coming, they're going to be here, we're going to have to deal with it. We only have quite a small house, but we've got a spare room, well, we've got 2 spare rooms. One is going to be for the babies, which is actually this room right now, which we haven't done anything to yet, so I'll be documenting that, which will be fun. And then we've got a really tiny room which James uses as his home office because he works for himself from home. So they're going to be sharing a room, but luckily the room is more than big enough, well I hope more than big enough for 2 cots, so that's fine. Another difficulty we came across with twins was when we were looking for pushchairs. There are not many double ones that are compact enough to fit in my little Ford Fiesta. So I got a new car, which I love, a year ago, and it's still got 2 years kind of left on the contract until it's mine, you know, to kind of do what I want with or whatever. Hadn't obviously planned for twins, hadn't thought about the boot size. We found a pushchair that we really liked, the Bugaboo Donkey. Tried to get it in the back of the boot. No, not happening, absolutely just didn't fit at all. I'm sure I'd read online that there are ways to get it in for Fiesta, but no, just wasn't happening. So I had a slight panic about that. I thought, oh no, gonna have to get a bigger car. But luckily my mum came to the rescue, and she's found a different pushchair that we can have, which does fit in the back of the car, thankfully, and folds up really nicely and easily. It's the Baby Jogger City Mini, which we're going to be getting. So when I get that, I'm going to be doing some reviews on that as well, which I can't wait to get hold of that, which is going to be really good. Something else we had to think about with the car was the car seats. Again, just having to get 2 of everything and having to fit 2 of everything just makes things doubly difficult. But we've had a look at those as well, and there are seats that fit quite nicely, and we'll just, you know, see how we deal with it. So at the 12-week scan, after I found out that I was having twins, I kind of went to a specialist little room just to have a chat with a consultant, I think she was, or a midwife. I don't really know who she was, but she was really lovely. And just have a chat about, you know, how I felt about having twins and the way it changes things. Because before they knew I was having twins, I was on a low risk path, because my weight was fine, my health was fine, age was fine, family history all fine, which is really nice. But as soon as they find out you're having twins, suddenly it means you're high risk. So that just means that I have to see my midwife for my normal appointments, and then in between that I have to see a consultant as well, just for like extra advice. I also have to get extra scans, which is actually quite lovely because I get to see the babies more. I actually had my last scan just a week ago, so at 24 weeks, and the babies were both facing down, and they had their heads right next to each other like that, which is really cute. And then, I don't know if you can see it on there, but just here is all their legs, so they're kind of both stretching down like that. So it's really nice to be able to see them a little bit more often, but obviously means I have to go to more appointments, taking more time off work. I feel like I'm constantly having to take time off work, which obviously is, I have to, it's for a reason, but yeah, I do end up feeling a little bit guilty having to take constant time off. So work. So I'm currently working full time. I'm an art worker at a local print company. Currently working Monday to Friday still, the, you know, normal hours. I'm planning to leave for my maternity leave once I'm 32 weeks pregnant. With twins, they can sort of, it tends to be from about 35 weeks, that's when you can kind of go into labour any time, because they come early because they're twins. So I think 32 weeks should be okay. I am starting to struggle slightly at work actually, with like the backache and just the general kind of tiredness, which, to be completely honest, I wasn't expecting to have quite this early. Like, I'm only 25 weeks, I've still got, you know, like at least 10 weeks to go. That's quite a long time. It doesn't sound like a lot, but when you put it into months, it's still quite a lot. So my family all live about 10 minutes away, which is really nice. They've been really, really supportive, particularly with like the practical side of things. My family are very, very practical, you know, they've been particularly helpful with like the pushchair and the car seat situation, which I was having a slight panic about. So that's really nice. And also, you know, once the twins are here, the advice that's been given to me is, if people offer help, take the help. Like with 2, you're going to need it. I'm basically quite clueless. I'm one of those people who it's going to sound really awful. Whenever I say it to people I think, this sounds bad, but it's true. I don't really like babies that much. I'm not like a naturally kind of maternal person. I'm, you know, not like, oh, babies come here. You know, if someone passes me a baby, I'm like, oh god, like it's like a bomb that's gonna go off. Like, please don't cry, please don't wee on me. Or worse. That feels so awkward. She hates babies. So I'm not someone who kind of knows much about the process of looking after a baby. I'm just, you know, I'm gonna obviously get help, do some research, and it's just a natural instinct, isn't it? You know, it's so it's going to be really, really helpful to have my family close by, which is really nice. James's family live about 100 miles away, so a bit further, but they're all super, super excited about the twins as well, so they're all geared up for coming down and visiting as soon as they're ready, and or as soon as they're born. So that's going to be really nice as well. We've got like support from all around us. I've got my grandparents who live close by as well, and then my granddad as well. Not that I'm going to ask him to do anything because that's not very fair, he's 84. Okay, so I've waffled a bit just about a bit of my background and how we found out we're having twins, and yeah, all of that stuff. Moving forward, I'm planning to do some maternity clothes videos because that's something that I found quite interesting. How useful they really are. I was one of those people who's like, no, I'm just going to buy a load of stuff in size large, it'll be fine. It's like, no, maternity clothes are the best. I'm also going to be doing some baby clothing hauls. I'll give you a little sneak peek now. So we've already bought a few baby bits. I was quite surprised at how full up the drawer already got with just this, but there we go. There we go. So I'll be doing a video on all of this. There's loads of stuff underneath that you can't even see. Loads of really cute bits. My friend got me this. Yeah. Woo, cute. So I'll be showing you all that in another video as well. I think maybe buying baby clothes on a budget, I think, would be quite a good video to do. Because it can be very easy to just go a little bit crazy going shopping. And yeah, and then obviously once they're here, I'll be taking loads and loads of videos of the girls, so look forward to seeing you then. Thanks for watching. By the way, this is the first time that I've really videoed myself like this, so I do apologise if I'm really awkward and it doesn't seem very natural at the moment. It just seems really weird talking to a camera. Sorry if I keep looking outside, my eyes just kind of drift. Because it's more interesting out there. There's trees and there's cows, there's stuff going on. Just a lens. Keep looking at the lens. Watching a lady with her dog outside. Yeah, you pick up that poo. Why do they always poo outside our house? And the dog's just now watching the lady like, pick up my poo, pick up my poo.